These were the easiest copycat Spur onion rings. So hear me out. Yesterday, I almost ordered a meal from Spur on Uber Eats. And, okay, it was a really good deal. It was load shedding and I was really hungry. So I almost bought Uber Eats last night, almost. But then I decided to have cereal for dinner instead. And I'm happy about it because now I get to make the meal that I almost bought. So, on Uber Eats yesterday, I had a 25% off coupon thing, the promotion thing that everyone gets. So, the Spur here in Brackenfell, the delivery fee is only R3, which is incredible. Honestly, that R3 delivery fee is one of the main reasons I choose to use Uber Eats over Mr. D when I do get takeout kind of things or like food delivered. But anyway, so I could have gotten, or what was in my basket was, hear me out, a half chicken schnitzel with veg. You know the veg they do with the spinach and the butternut. Hint, hint. So it was a half chicken with the veg, a mushroom sauce, and a Kitty's banana milkshake. And all of that, including delivery with the coupon, came to 129 Rand, which is really good, okay, for a meal from Spur, because Spur's gotten super expensive over the years. And I haven't eaten Spur in, I think, like over a year now. Yeah, literally over a year now. It was 8:30 last night, and I was craving a chicken schnitzel. They were closing. They close at 8:45. And I was like, well, the clock is ticking. Am I going to do this? But I would have had to take it out of that 500 Rand budget I had for Food Lovers. And I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to have cereal. And then tomorrow at Food Lovers, I'm going to get everything that I feel like. And I'm going to make the meal. Plus, we're going to make Spur onion rings. Quick little juice break. This is some homemade blueberry cordial that I made when I made that blueberry jam. This was like some of the extra liquid that came out of it before I added all of the sugar and stuff. So it's like a blueberry cordial that I'm putting in my water bottle. I got my water bottle back, by the way. It was at a friend's house for like a couple of months. I'm gonna add some lemon juice and there's some ice in there. Oh, and this is like a super refreshing juice full of electrolytes that I can have after gym. It's 9 o'clock and it's 21 degrees outside. So thanks, Cape Town. That's good. Back to chopping. Oil. Add some butter to a pan. You can add quite a bit because I'm going to make a white sauce in here to go with the creamy spinach. While this butter is melting, I just added some salt and pepper, some garlic powder, and some mixed herbs. Now we only have the one onion, and because I want to make onion rings, I'm not going to fry like onions with the spinach. I think I'm just going to make a white sauce straight into this pan and then add the spinach straight into there without like cooking it first. To this melted butter, I'm just going to add some flour. This is going to make like a roux. And then I'm just going to cook the flour a little bit to get out that like floury taste. Straight into there, we're going to add some milk. Just a little bit at a time. While that's cooking, I'm just going to slice up the onion for the onion rings. And Spur's onion rings are super duper thin. So that's how I'm going to cut these. I'm so sad we only have the one onion left because these onion rings are so incredibly easy to make. I actually make them quite often. I don't know why I haven't shown them yet. Go ahead and separate all the rings. And while I'm doing this, I've just got some oil preheating. So now that the white sauce or roux is super thick, I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of baby spinach. Baby spinach has a lot of liquid in it, so I can always add more milk after this cooks out, but I just want to see how much liquid comes out of the spinach first. I'm going to go ahead and add the spinach straight to there, just a couple healthy handfuls. And I made this quite peppery because I kind of wanted it to act like a pepper sauce / creamy spinach. And then just let this wilt down. Back to the onion rings. I'm going to get a bowl with some egg and a bowl with some flour going. Okay, and the spinach is pretty much done as well. I wanted to make the veggies first because they can sit aside and keep warm, but the schnitzel and the onion rings, I want to eat them as soon as they're done. 2 eggs in a bowl, a little bit of flour in another bowl, and I'm going to add some corn flour to the flour bowl because I like the way that it makes the crumb like fluffier almost. And I also season everything at this point. So salt into both, garlic powder just into the flour, a little bit of pepper into both, and a little bit of dried herbs just into the flour. I'm actually going to add a tiny bit of like barbecue spice to this crumb as well, because I'm also going to coat the pork chops in here, but usually I wouldn't add barbecue spice for the onion rings, like if I'm just making onion rings. A little trick I learned in chef school is to add just a tiny bit of water to your eggs. Just a tiny bit more. It just helps loosen up the egg and minimizes those like strands that you suckle with when you are coating things. I actually decided I'm going to put the flour into a bowl because that way I can just like shake everything up like this to coat it. So the onion rings are super duper easy. You take a handful of them, just coat them in the egg. Make sure they're all fully coated. And just before I coat them in the flour, I'm going to put a tiny bit of this egg mixture into the flour mixture, just to create a couple like crunchy clumps, you know. I'm just going to scoop the onion rings straight out of the egg into the flour mixture. And save the rest of this because I'm going to coat the schnitzels too. And just give this a nice toss until they're all coated in the flour. And now my oil is nice and hot, and I'm just going to scoop these out like this, shake off some of the excess flour and plop them right into the oil and fry them until they're golden. And then after you scoop the onions out, just sprinkle them with like a fresh bit of salt. Okay, and then instead of chicken schnitzel, I got these at Food Lovers today, so I'm going to do some pork schnitzels. And I'm just going to use the same egg and flour mixture. I just added a little bit of milk to this. This might not be enough, so I'm just adding a little bit of flour to these delicious crumbs that are left over from the onion rings. In the meantime, I have drained the butternut. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, just a tiny bit of pepper, some mixed herbs, my classic seasonings, and then a little bit of butter because I love the flavor of real butter in mash, and then just a tiny bit of milk, and then just mash it until it's smooth. I just got really sad. This is making me miss my mom. Like, she used to put peas in our mash, and I don't speak to like either of my parents, but like I remember my mom used to make us like mashed butternut with peas in it, and just like smelling it just like brought that memory back to me. Oh. Okay, now moving on to the very last part is the pork schnitzels. Now I've got some oil heating up in a pan because I'm going to shallow fry these. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is I want to tenderize them, but I don't have like a mallet. I did learn at some point that you can use the back of a knife and just go ham like both ways. It's working. And then I'm going to do it long ways. I'm pretending this piece is Escom. Okay, so I'm going to take the pork pieces. I mean, that kind of worked. They're kind of nice and big now. Just make sure they're coated in egg, and then pop it straight into the flour mixture. And I like to press the coating in. There we go. Crumbed pork schnitzel. Those are some pretty good looking pork schnitzels, if I do say so myself. Got some really hot oil here in a pan. I ended up throwing in some of the leftover like oil from the onions so that I can kind of deep fry these as much as possible. I'm gonna put this back on the stove, hold on. I like to use like sanitizing surface sprays after I work with meat. No one's getting salmonella in this house. I'm gonna start by dishing up some of this delicious butternut mash, and I'm gonna dish up for my brother and I tonight. I feel like that girl, I don't know her name, but that TikToker who's like, this is on rail, in her gorgeous accent that I can't copy. And then our gorgeous pork schnitzels. So I'm going to do one for him, one for me, and then a half and a half. And some of our copycat spur onion rings right on the side. And then I'm going to use this creamy peppery spinach as like a gravy sauce to go over all of this. I'm going to pop it right in the middle so it gets on a little bit of everything. Oh, unreal. Unreal. I was thinking about making like mashed potatoes or something to go with this, but this is so much food as it is. There we go, my copycat spur meal at home. It's not a gorgeous looking plate, but I promise you, it is so delicious. I put a little piece of lemon on the side because I really like lemon on my pork schnitzel. Tan, supper's ready. Okay, I'm going straight into the veg because I have been craving creamy butternut. Oh my word. With the butter, you have to put real butter in, like mash and butternut. Oh, if you mash potatoes, if you mash butternut, whatever you mash, add real butter. See, this is why I keep stopping myself from ordering off of Uber Eats and from restaurants, because I can just make it at home. Oh my word, yummy. A bit of that like pepper sauce. Oh, I was craving this exact meal. I'm so happy right now. Okay, we're gonna go enjoy our dinner. Yummy. I'm so excited to eat.